Welcome to the Lean Loop. I'm Dr. Shannon Flumerfelt, your podcast host and fellow looper. In this podcast, we're going to explore different themes, highlight and try to workshop in some cases, tenets and tools that are important in the promotion of great lean leadership. So today, our podcast is entitled Double Take. What I mean by double take is that the continuous improvement cycle of plan, do, check, adjust allows for a wonderful thing to happen. And that is that participants in the continuous improvement process and leaders who are facilitating and guiding PDCA need to understand that the discipline of continuous improvement provides double benefits to the organization, and that's the double take of PDCA. And what this means is that when you conduct plan work and you're trying to get the statement of the problem figured out, you want to try to devote 25% of your time to that. This is an analytical thinking, brainstorming, inductive and deductive exercise that you do collaboratively. So this is all about building a shared understanding of what the conceptualization of the current state is and what the problems are that need to be solved. The next part of PDCA is do. And it's important to think about allocating around 25% of the time and effort as a leader to do. So you can see here when you conduct plan and do, you've spent 50% of the time that you're allocating for this continuous improvement cycle. In do, we're trying to get our target condition figured out for the future state and begin to pilot and test ideas for the future state that will get us to that target condition. Then we move into check. Now, check again is 25%. This is where we're observing, inquiring, collecting our data based on measures, KPI metrics that are assigned in our do in the target condition. And what we're doing here with check is the same thing that we did in plan. And that is that we are analyzing, we're inquiring, we're having conversations about what do the data show us. So this again is a thinking exercise. Once we complete check, 25% of our resources, again, these are estimates, it may vary, but it kind of gives you an idea. 25% of our effort goes to act or adjust. And with act and adjust, we are deciding what we're actually going to deploy in our organization from this continuous improvement process. We're noting lessons learned and also making a decision about whether or not further exploration of the problem needs to occur. And so in adjust, we are duplicating the basic activity that we did in do. And so plan and check are thinking analytical activities. Do and adjust are on your feet deployment, taking a look at the Gemba walk and looking at the what we call the factory floor, what's working and what's not. So you can see the double take here in PDCA. You plan and check, you do and adjust. You do it in the order of plan, do, check, adjust, but you get 2 tries at both figuring things out and deploying things. And so this is a concept called a deterro learning or double loop learning. You get 2 tries at this. And a long time ago, Argus and Shun, who are very important organizational scientists, figured out that this is great when you can create a double loop, what we call ontology or pattern of work or behavior, classifications of different areas of work that you do, like we do in PDCA, that you have an opportunity to both innovate and adopt. And that's what we do. When we are conducting plan, we are trying to innovate, we're trying to analyze, we're trying to get to that improvement. When we move to do, we are now working at adoption. What strategies do we need to adopt? What should we deploy? And again, you come back to check and you're looking again, what are the possibilities here for improvement? What do the measures and metrics and KPIs show us? Are we getting to where we need to go? If not, then you go ahead and go back and make sure you've got the right problem statement. You go back and make sure you have the right implementation and adoption strategies and do. And then if check is okay, you move on to adjust. And again, this is your final adoption strategy, oftentimes before standardization. So you see here the double take, thinking twice, doing twice. And this is what's extremely powerful for getting this organizational learning, these shared understandings and shared practice developed in your organizations. So we see this reflected on the A3, this habit of mind that's required by great lean leaders to stay with the plan, do, check, adjust process where we are going through 4 activities, plan, do, check, adjust. In this particular format of an A3, it has 11 sections, and there are many different templates for A3s, which you can select based upon the project or initiative that's at hand. And this is kind of a common one where you lay out the theme, you tell the background, how did we get here? What is the current condition? And then getting to a very precise statement of the problem. That is your plan work. Then you move to do, where you lay out your SMART goals or your target conditions for the future state, and then your implementation chart of what exactly needs to be done, where, and who needs to go ahead and lead that. Then we move into check, where we're looking at immediate feedback and long-term feedback to see what the data are showing, what is happening in this new current state, as we call it, and then act and adjust, where we're looking at documenting the improvements that we're capturing and taking, and then the reflections of lessons learned. So again, double take, plan, check, double take, do, and adjust. You get 2 chances to build organizational intelligence and 2 chances to build organizational performance. So I hope you've enjoyed this Lean Loop podcast. I hope you'll tune in next time. Dr. Shannon Flumerfelt, wishing Lean Loopers all good things. Thank you.